What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Starting this video off a little bit differently, mostly because I didn't do a lot of filming. So we thrashed on the car this past weekend, trying to get it ready to go to the track, and I need to get in a better habit of just making sure I film that stuff. It's tough. First off, I'm still very new to YouTube, so it's weird to get used to always filming everything, and we just had a lot to get done, and that was the focus. So I did finally get to drive the car and get into some boost, which you'll see at the end of this video. I made 3 short pulls. Unfortunately, we only caught one of them on video, and I think Hayden was with me. My buddy Hayden, that is our crew chief for the car, and I think he was more focused on the road than filming. But you still get a pretty good sense of how the car feels even on low boost. So we had a lot to do. The goal was to go to the track. We did not go to the track basically because we had an issue where our brake pedal has very little travel. I ended up calling Strange the following business day, and it turns out I need a smaller diameter master cylinder for the brakes on my car. So we didn't want to risk going to the track, and we also just kind of ran out of time to do we want to go over the car front to back and do a nut and bolt check before I send that thing down the track. So we got the new transmission in. Hayden relocated the wastegates, which seems to have fixed our boost creep issue. We were basically commanding 16 or 17 pounds of boost. It saw 17 and then pretty much leveled out right at 15 to 16. I believe it was right at 15. So that's a huge thing to get fixed. Now we know that we have good boost control. We shouldn't see boost creep going down the track, so that could be detrimental to an engine. So man, we did so many odds and ends. There's still a couple small things to do before streetcar takeover. I've got to take a moment to just thank all the companies that have partnered with us and helped us out with this thing. Plasma Man, they've been a huge help and huge supporter of our business for quite a while, and been involved with the car and the build for quite a while. VS Racing, Byron over there is amazing to work with. We made the decision to run one of his turbos for now, see how far we can push it. We'd really like to try and see how fast we can go with his stuff for the time being. Our engine builder, TAF Industries, for building us a very solid motor, as well as Diamond Pistons and Molnar rods for coming on and being a part of that build. Man, fuel injector clinic, the injectors have been flawless. Drivability has been really, really good with the 2150 injectors from those guys. And none of that is possible without our buddy Chad at Chad Data Tuning that tunes the car. So that's obviously a very critical component. Also UPR suspension, they've been a big supporter of the build and of our company as well. So I'm sure I'm missing some people, but a lot of great companies involved with the car. Couldn't do it without them, and especially couldn't do it without the help of great friends. Hayden, obviously probably first and foremost, he puts in a ton of time on the car. As I've said before, he and I will both share driving duties on the car, just depending on the event we're going to. Sometimes I may be working the booth, or sometimes I may not even be able to go. So we definitely want to make sure the car gets out to as much stuff as possible next year. So we'll kind of be sharing some of those duties. And also my buddy Jason Crawford, he was a big help getting the car put back together. My buddy Nicholas Shortridge, that helped with the initial swap. So there's been tons of great people and companies involved with this thing. Felt good to finally get out and rip on it a little bit. I wish we had gotten more footage, but I will put the footage that we did get here. So we recently started on my wife's S550 single turbo build, so we will have some content coming of that pretty soon. So the car is at our fabricator shop, kind of getting disassembled. We're going to be test fitting our turbo kit to that. We actually have a turbo coming from Byron at VS Racing for that car as well. We're not trying to do anything crazy with that car. It's just going to be a pump gas, probably 650 horsepower. I mean, I'm talking 7-8 pounds of boost. Just a really fun daily driver, realistically, that's capable of a lot more. We already have our kit on our buddy Chad's car, so he'll be putting his car on the dyno soon. He's just waiting to do his fuel system. So that car, you know, will really kind of show the capabilities of that kit on a stock motor. Whereas on my wife's car, you know, we're keeping it a little bit more mild, I guess you could say. So, you know, 650 horsepower is still a lot of power on the street, but that car is going to be really cool. And so we'll be sure to get some footage of that. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this. We will be at Streetcar Takeover on November 2nd with the car. Probably just going to be making some test passes. At this point, we're going to be lucky to get one test session in before that. So more than likely, we're going to use that as an opportunity to get out and test the car some more, meet some people, you know, meet some customers, some people that follow the car, and hopefully, you know, people that haven't seen the car, and it'll be awesome to see people's reaction. So thank you, as always. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you soon.
Goosebumps right now. I know we didn't get to go to the track, but oh my god, it feels amazing to drive this car and get this some boost.
Was it worth all the work in the garage this weekend?
Yeah, this car rips, dude. It even unsettled the tires, but it stayed straight.
Yeah.
So I just stayed in it. I just stayed in it. I was in it to win it.
Everything's looking pretty good.